So I've been delaying talking about this on my YouTube channel, but I think it's finally time to talk about this. I've also been sick for like 2.5 weeks, and I use that as an excuse not to talk about this sooner, but I wanted to talk about it, like what happened, and then talk about just some happy memories. On March 31st, I returned from Sakura-Con, and I was at home with my cats, and both of my cats seemed perfectly fine. Then on April 1st in the evening, I noticed that my cat Luna's breathing was off. I noticed that I could like visibly hear her breathing weird. I went to go ask my mom whether we needed to like rush in, but it was like midnight, and my mom was like, she'll be okay. I ended up going to bed at like 3:30 that night, and when I went to bed, I pulled Luna in the bed with me, and Luna seemed very lethargic and was still having the breathing issues, but I'd hoped that by like having her on the bed, I could like be with her if I noticed things starting to get worse. Then April 2nd rolled around, I woke up and Luna's breathing was worse. Like there was a noise that wasn't normal, and I was noticing that when she was breathing, her nostrils were like being sucked in because she was trying to breathe, but it seemed like she was having a hard time. I called my mom in a panic. My mom had scheduled a vet appointment for Wednesday. It was Tuesday, but I was like, I'm gonna call the emergency vet and get a second opinion on what we should do, because I don't think this is normal for cats to not be breathing properly. They thought Luna just had a little like respiratory infection and could easily be treated with like antibiotics. The emergency vet told me to bring her in right away. In the car, Luna started being unable to breathe without having her mouth open, so she was like panting like a dog. As soon as I got to the emergency vet, they saw her. They didn't even let us like wait for a room. They called like an emergency doctor in, and the doctor just saw her, grabbed her case, and ran her into the back. For the next 2 hours, Luna was in an oxygen tent, and the decision had to be made to put her down. Luna had sarcoma cancer, and it had infiltrated her lungs and the lymph nodes in her neck, making her unable to breathe. She also had liquid in her lungs and liquid in her stomach organs, like the organs down there that shouldn't have been there. I told myself I wouldn't cry. I didn't think I would cry. I thought it was just like fine. I could like say this without crying. There was no set way to save her. There was things that could be tried, but it would be very like harsh on her body, and she could die at any point in that process. She had had a vet appointment just 3 weeks before, and nothing was seen, and we found out that this type of cancer happens really fast in cats, and that cats' bodies are really good at hiding the symptoms of sarcoma cancer until it gets to the point where they can't hide it anymore, and it's at that point it's like too far along. So yeah, we checked Hermione to make sure that she's okay. She has a couple things that are a little concerning. I helped pay for like the full panel to make sure that everything was like fine. They found that there's like thickening of muscle in her like breathing tube. That means that she might have like cat asthma, and she also has an increase of like blood cell count. I think it's like a white blood cell count or something. There's some like marker that they found in a blood test and also in a urine test. It signals that she might have potentially an infection, possibly a bladder infection. So I've been monitoring her really heavily, but this has been really hard. It happened so suddenly that I haven't been able to like fully process that she's gone yet, even though it's been like over 2 weeks now. So yeah, these past couple of weeks have been really hard, and it will probably be hard for a while. Luna meant a great deal to me for multiple reasons, but I think a huge reason why is in 2016, I had a different cat named Sally, and she wasn't doing well, but I had been really suicidal for the past like 2-3 years. One day I sat down and I contemplated with myself, why hadn't I done it yet? And it boiled down to the fact that I realized that caring for a cat gave me a purpose and a meaning in life, and that my cat had helped soothe me when I was feeling depressed. So when that cat had to be put down due to her extreme health issues, my family decided it would be best to get me 2 cats, and we ended up getting 2 kittens. 2 because the rescue place that we got them from convinced us that it's better to get 2 cats as opposed to 1. Not sure I 100% believe that, but I'm very glad that I did follow their suggestion and get both Luna and Hermione. After I got Luna and Hermione, my suicidal ideation was almost completely gone. There has been a few situations where it's like arisen, but it's very like situational and it's less like constantly there. And I'm also very good at communicating to my parents now, like when it's really bad, and to my friends. Luna and Hermione, since I had them since kittens, were very attuned to my emotions, and they were able to figure out like when my PTSD was flaring up and I'd be getting flashbacks. So they were really good at soothing me during those flashbacks and soothing me whenever they noticed that I was having an anxiety attack or a depressive episode. So Luna in particular had this unique ability to sense my emotions and figure out what I need based on just the connection that she felt to me and based on how I physically appeared because of my mental health. I've never had a pet like that before, and so Luna and Hermione mean everything to me. Sorry, my voice is all like scratchy. I'm still recovering from being sick, and also it's a little hard to talk about this. But that's like the biggest reason why they mean so much to me, because Luna and Hermione are quite literally the reason why I am here today. I went to go have Hermione run all those tests and stuff like as soon as we could, because I was like, well, I know how much they're connected to my mental health, and I was like, I know that I need additional help if anything were to happen to Hermione, but Hermione's fine as of right now. So now on to some things that I miss about Luna. I miss her loud purrs. She was the loudest purring cat that I've ever had. All you had to do was look at her and she would start purring because she was so happy all the time to be with me and my family. I miss her snuggles, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna get used to falling asleep without her there. Whenever I would fall asleep, she would run up onto the bed and I'd feel her little feet padding towards me, and I'd hear her purring, and she would either plop down on my legs and heavily lay there and immediately fall asleep and be happy and purring throughout the whole night, or she would want to go under the covers. When she would want to go under the covers, she'd walk up towards my head and she would be purring, and she'd either lightly tap my forehead with her paw or she would nudge me with her head until I lifted up the covers and she could slide under the blankets. I miss entering my room and seeing her perk up at the side of me and get excited to have me in my room. It made my room this like safe, happy space. Of course I have Hermione now and I don't choose favorites, but there was something about Luna that was so comforting that felt like home, if that makes any sense. I miss the way that she would get energy and she would try and get Hermione to play with her. And I miss the way that she liked to assert dominance over my dogs, specifically Cookie. She liked to wiggle her butt in Cookie's face as if she wanted to play. Then Cookie would sniff and Luna would bap her nose to be like, I'm in charge here, you suck. And I know that sounds sort of mean, but it was really cute. And because of that, she had this little bond with Cookie where Cookie was scared of Luna and Luna was the boss. I miss how whenever I would take a test for a class, whether it was proctored or not proctored, she would sense that I was stressed and she would rub on me and she would step on my laptop to try and get in the way of me in the test, because she knew that I was really stressed and needed help, and it did help me calm down a lot during a lot of stressful tests. I missed all the little nicknames I had for her. She had an issue where she had environmental and food allergies, so she ripped out her hair a lot, and that gave us a lot of different nicknames for her. Like the one that I called her the most was Chicken Legs, because when she'd rip out her hair a lot, her back legs looked like chicken legs. We also called her Bad Bikini Wax because of the hair ripping. And even when she got her like fur fully back, it was just fun nicknames that stuck around. I also called her Luna Boona a lot. That was one of my favorites. When she would do something bad, I would call her by her full name, Luna Lovegood Scamander, because of course I can't just name my pets based off of just one name of a fictional character. It has to be the fictional character's full elongated name, Luna Lovegood, and then she married a Scamander, so Luna Lovegood Scamander. I miss how Luna really loved this perch in my room. Like I got her a cat perch that like stood up off the ground, and I miss how that would be next to my bed or next to where I was studying, and I could just lean over a few inches and start petting her and immediately know that she was right there. I'm gonna be getting a different perch for Hermione because Hermione loves the perch, but the perch just reminds me too much of Luna, and it's too hard at the moment to look at that perch. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say for right now. There's a lot of emotions about this all, And as I said, I haven't processed it all because it happened so suddenly. So I'll probably talk about her more in the future. But I wanted to make a little video talking about what happened and what's been going on in my life because this has really been impacting me. So yeah, my other cat is doing fine, as I said, except for those few things that showed up on the test. Let me go grab her because she's actually nearby. I actually didn't think that she and Luna got along very much because Hermione did her own thing and tended to not want very much to do with Luna. But I noticed Hermione has changed. She goes through phases where she's like, I need everyone to pet me and love me. And before she only let me pet her, but now she wants everyone to pet her, even people that she hasn't met very much. But then half the time she seems really depressed and just sad and moping around. So I didn't know Luna meant that much to her. I mean, they're from the same litter, been with each other since day one, but I didn't know they meant that much because she never seemed interested in playing with Luna and she always seemed to want to do her own thing. So yeah, it's just been really hard, and I hope your April hasn't been this sucky. Hopefully all of you have had great Aprils, but yeah, I don't really know how to end this video. I just really wanted to give an update on what happened with this whole Luna situation. So yeah, until next time, bye.